What's up, everybody? It's FC, and today I'm bringing you guys a different style of commentary. It's not really going to be about the gameplay. I will give you guys a quick rundown though. I am using the rapid fire MP7 with the throw up autumn camo, whatever you guys want to call it. My perks are Sleight of Hand, Assassin Pro, and Sitrep Pro. I run Sitrep Pro because I love to sound horror, and if you guys haven't unlocked it, I would definitely recommend unlocking Sitrep Pro because it's basically a sound hack. You could listen to people walk around forever. But anyways, the commentary is actually going to be a dual commentary. I have a special guest, a guest that I've known for probably too long, and it's probably been a thorn in my side for a long time, and he just socked me in the arm. I have my brother with me today. Yeah, so bro, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? Some of you might know me because of my gamer tag of Dr. Joker, but my name's Abraham.
Yeah, so my bro is on here today because, well, we've been trying to do a dual comm for a long time now, and we finally got around to do it. And what better time to do it than Christmas time when it's all about family and, you know, fun, whatever. But it's I think it would be a perfect time to do this. So I have a couple questions, and we're trying to get some info and get to know my brother here. So, bro, how long have you known me?
I've known you for 21 long, painful years.
Yeah, my brother's actually 21 years old. He'll be 22 in a couple months here. But if you don't know, I'm 26. I'm an old guy, and me and my brother are separated by about 5 years. So yeah, he's kind of an old guy too compared to some of you guys. But yeah, he's had to endure with me for about 21 years now. And let's get a little bit more in depth here. What are your favorite games?
Well, some of my favorite games, I actually have a wide variety, which I kind of seem to pride myself on more than you. Some of my favorite titles would be God of War, Prince of Persia, Soul Calibur, Mass Effect, Final Fantasy, you know, the usuals.
Yeah, my brother and me have very different. I mean, we both like Call of Duty and stuff, so we both like first-person shooters and stuff like that. But he has a little bit more broader range in like RPGs and adventure games. He likes them more than I do. You know, Mass Effect and God of War and stuff like that. I'm more of a first-person shooter and RTS like StarCraft and Call of Duty. So we kind of differ in that one. My brother has more patience for the adventure games. I don't really have that patience. But yeah, he has some good choices with Mass Effect. I know he's really excited about Mass Effect 3 coming out, and he can't stop talking about it. So you know, that's his next little purchase probably for video games. Now, I know me and you've been playing Call of Duty for, you know, since COD 4 basically, and
actually it was COD 2. I remember.
Oh, that's right.
Big Red 1.
Big Red 1. I'm sorry. Yes, we did play Big Red 1 on the PS2. But yeah, I wanted to ask you what your favorite Call of Duty is.
As of right now with the new release, I would still say my favorite Call of Duty title is probably Black Ops as of right now.
Why is that?
Mainly just because it was the first Call of Duty that I was actually good at, and I had a fairly decent KD, and I was able to pull out good, you know, hardcore kill streaks like chopper gunners and whatnot.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of people love Black Ops and actually choose it as their favorite. For me, of course, it's still World at War just because it's my first real Call of Duty, and I love the bolt action rifles in that game, and it's just there's no real reason for me other than it holds a special place in my heart, so I choose that one. Now, speaking of new games though, of course we are playing Modern Warfare 3. What do you think of Modern Warfare 3?
Well, just, you know, that clip I showed you last night explains it all.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that clip that I actually uploaded 2 clips last night. One was called Great Spawn, and it was me spawning, and it was just a horrible spawn that I got. And then after my brother saw that, he goes, "Ha, that's nothing." And he calls me up and he shows me a clip that he had, and I can say it was probably the worst clip spawn that I've ever seen. My brother essentially spawns 3 times in the same spot and gets killed by the same guy 3 times in a row, while the guy's basically aiming down sight the whole time. And so, yeah, if you guys haven't seen that clip, go ahead and take a look at it. It was just horror bad, how bad the spawns are. But let's not talk about the bad. Hopefully Infinity Ward watches this and they can fix the spawns, please, for our Christmas present.
Por favor.
Alright, what's your favorite weapon of all time in a Call of Duty?
My favorite weapon of Call of Duty, actually it took me a while to find it, but once I was able to find it, I actually became a giant fan of the M4.
The M4? Why the M4?
Just for me, in my opinion, it gave me the best accuracy, and when you threw that into my hand, I did damage. Had very good games every time I used the M4, and I still love it.
Cool. Yeah, of course, if you know me, you should already know what my favorite gun is. Let's see how good of a brother you are and see how much you actually pay attention to me. What's my favorite gun?
The most in the got?
Okay, well, that was the World at War, yeah. I would say the most in the got, but modern weapon, I should say then. What's my favorite guns of the modern weapon? And you should know this. If you don't know this, I'm disowning you as my brother.
Then I should probably get this wrong on purpose then. But if I had to get it right, then it's the AK-47.
Of course, it's the AK-47. That's the only weapon I use. No, that's my favorite. Of course, if you guys know me, it's my favorite weapon of all time with that. But moving on. What was I going to tell you? Yeah, so I guess we can go into our childhood or whatever. But me and my brother, I mean, we basically lived together our whole lives, you know, but we've never been apart in reality, and we've always kind of shared a lot of things in regards to video games and stuff. We grew up with the same, you know, game consoles because we lived in the same house. So we had Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Somebody's calling me, but I'm not gonna answer that because my brother's more important. Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and PlayStation 2, and 64. And what's your memories of playing games? I mean, what's a game that you remember us playing a lot?
Damn, one of the games that actually big memory between me, you, and just everybody, for a fact I know, is for the N64 has to be GoldenEye. I would have sucked ass at that game if it actually wasn't for you, and you actually allowed me to be good at that game by helping me memorize the levels and all the guns and just teaching me how to play it really good.
Yeah, GoldenEye is definitely going to be a very well-known game for a lot of people. You know, if you guys are older. If you guys have never played GoldenEye for the N64, it's basically the legend of first-person shooters. It's like, you know, people would get into fights over this game. It's like, you know, blows would be thrown if you were taunting your friend over a game of GoldenEye, and you know, everybody had the rule. It was like the no odd job rule. Nobody was allowed to pick odd job because it was unfair, because that motherfucker was like 2 feet tall and you couldn't hit him.
That rule did not apply to me because I was always 5 years older than everybody else.
Younger. 5 years younger, yeah.
You guys were all 5 years older.
Yeah, but yeah, everyone had the odd job rule that you weren't allowed to pick odd job, and that was pretty much world known. Nobody picks odd job unless you're the dick, because honestly, that was unfair. The guy was like 2 feet tall. You couldn't see him past anything. But yeah, we played a lot of GoldenEye. Wrestling games, I think we played a lot of the wrestling games. SmackDown.
We played a lot of SmackDown, yeah.
SmackDown, and this is way before like the SmackDown versus Raw stuff. It was like Bring the Pain, or Here Comes the Pain, or whatever, the one with Brock Lesnar on it. So we played a lot of that. And soccer games. We love our soccer games.
FIFA.
FIFA.
You know what? I will say this right now, and this is probably one of the biggest arguments I have with my brother, is that, you know, I always do good in the game, but he always seems to one-up me. But if there's ever games that equalize our school, there's only very few games in that. And I mean, obviously some were like, you know, Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Those were the games where I could always do my. And then if there was ever a game that counted where I could really beat him, it always was a FIFA game.
Yeah, he had my number in FIFA for some reason. And I'm not a bad FIFA player, but my brother just always found a way to beat me. I don't know if he had just had better stick control and better... I don't know what it was. That's just the one game that he won up me. But I kind of let him win, I guess. Yeah, right. I like to make myself think that. It makes myself feel better at night. But yeah, he always seemed to beat me in FIFA. And whenever the World Cup comes around, that's especially when we get the soccer fever, or the football fever for you guys. So FIFA. What else did we used to play a lot? I mean, we used to do a lot of shit together, man. We used to do a lot of stuff. What was it? Play wrestling.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Me and my brother used to be big like wrestling fans when we were younger. Like, I'm talking about like when I was like 10 and he was 5, or when I was like 13 and he was 8 or whatever. We always used to watch wrestling and stuff, and of course, you know, screw around in the house when we could, playing on the bed and just like doing wrestling moves to each other and stuff that we shouldn't be doing because we'd probably break our necks. But I mean, you're a kid. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're just fucking having fun. But yeah. Anything else you remember from us from when we were little?
Man, when we were little, there's just a bunch of. I mean, even going back to video games, it's just always been a part of our lives. Like in that one video you said earlier, last year, I remember you waking me up at Christmas. I think I was like 4, maybe 5, just to open and peek gifts. And one of the games that we peeked into was, I believe, Street Fighter 2, or no, actually, I believe it was Mortal Kombat 3 for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I think. Well, I know I did one for Street Fighter. That was me. I don't think you were young. You were old enough yet. I think you were like 2 when I got that game. So yeah, I don't think that was. But Mortal Kombat 3 was definitely one that I think we snuck into. And that actually brings me to a quick question before this video ends. How did we get into YouTube? I think we shared like this one common moment where like we both didn't. We were just like watching Call of Duty videos one day, and we kind of had like this epiphany, like, hey, I know who you're talking about. And what was that?
I actually do remember the video and the commentator. So it was actually Hutch, and it was back when Modern Warfare 2 came out, real quick. And he actually saw a video of him, and he actually went, I believe it was like 33-11 with just a mini Uzi on Afghanistan. And I was like super amazed, and so I told you, I said, hey, you know, check out this video. This guy goes 33-11, and you tell me, oh yeah, it's Hutch. You know, I know who Hutch is, and then you started telling me about Scene Anners, and then I started telling you about other people, and we just go back and forth trying to see who could find the better video. And a year later, here we are.
Yeah, I definitely remember that game. It was actually 33-4, I think he goes, and I remember it because he knifes 3 guys that are sniping on the ridge, and they don't even pay attention, and they all get knifed, and nobody even notices. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's gonna wrap up the video. I think this is the final kill cam, as you can see. I hope you like this commentary that I did with my little bro here, even though he doesn't like me calling him little. And if you guys like this video, give it a like. And if you guys want more dual commentaries like this, leave it in the comments. Till next time. Later.
Later.